Okay, Sue, we're going to hear a story. And today's book is called Scare a Bear. Scare a Bear by Kathy Jo Wargan. Do you know how to scare a bear? Would you bang pots and pans? Would you rattle some cans? Would you shout? Would you yell? Would you ring a loud bell? What if that bear isn't easy to scare? Would you stand nose to nose? Would you turn on the hose? Would you make a strange face and a big scary pose? Would you shout, I declare it's a bear, please beware? What if that bear isn't easy to scare? What if that bear wants to go for a swim? Would you holler and hoot? Would you give him the boot? Would you say, you can't swim here, you don't have a suit? What if that bear wants to go for a swim? What if that bear wants to fish from your boat? Do you think he would fit? Would you tell him to sit? Would you share your pole and your best fishing hole? Do you think he would squirm if you showed him a worm? What if that bear wants to fish from your boat? What if that bear starts to beg for some dinner? Would you share your peas? Do you think he'll say please? Would you give him a dish with a big tasty fish? What if that bear starts to beg for some dinner? What if that bear sits down by the fire? Would you share your seat? Would you make him a treat? Would you tell him you think he's had too much to eat? Now, what if that bear wants to sleep overnight? Would you start to giggle if he starts to wiggle? What if he snores? Would you send him outdoors? If he climbed in your bunk, would your bed go kerplunk? What if that bear wants to sleep overnight? What if that bear will not leave in the morning? Would you give him a map with a compass and cap? Would you tell him, keep walking, don't stop for a nap? Would you say, my dear bear, there's no need for stalling. It's time to go home. Your mother is calling. What if that bear will not leave in the morning? Then call the ranger. I know what he'll say. This bear cannot stay. You must scare him away. Do you know how to scare a bear? I sure do. It's nothing new. You just say, boo! And there he goes. The end. Well, let's head over to the art table and we'll make a fun craft together. For art today, we're going to make a forest scene. Bears live in the forest, don't they? So I'm going to start with a background piece of paper that's black. This is going to be a picture of the forest at night. And then I'm going to take some brown paper. If you don't have brown, you could use orange. Some packs of construction paper don't come with brown. And I'm going to just cut some strips like this. These are going to be the tall trees in the forest. I'm going to cut 5. You could cut more or less. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to glue these down on your paper. And just like all trees aren't the same size in the forest, we're going to make our trees different sizes too. So I'm just cutting off a little piece of some of these so that they can be different sizes. Here's a really tall one, and this one's not quite as tall. And you can just continue to make different size trees like this. Just cut off a little bit from the top. All right, So we have all of our tree trunks. The next thing we're going to do is you can either paint some green at the top of these, or you can just cut out some green kind of circles and ovals to look like the tree leaves at the top like that. And you'll get all this glued down. And then you can put some little googly eyes if you have them. And if you don't have them, I have a piece of chalk here, or you could use a white crayon. So let me show you. We're going to put these little eyes in different places between the trees to look like the animals are peeking out. They're in the woods, in the forest. Maybe there'll be a big tall bear right here, or maybe a little fox way down there. And if you don't have the googly eyes, you can see that it works just fine with chalk or a white crayon. Get one more set of eyes. Maybe this will be a teeny tiny squirrel. Okay, so there you have it. This is our art project for today. We made the forest with some animal eyes peeking out.